Hiya, I'm Amy from Simply Needlecraft, and I'm doing a video today to talk about my top 5 tips for buying a sewing machine. So I get emailed quite a lot about this, people asking what they should buy, which brand they should buy. So I always say to them, if you've got a budget in mind, stick to the high end of your budget. If a machine's cheap, it is cheap for a reason. Unless you can find one that is over your budget, that's been dropped by 20% or something on sale, then that's fine. But my advice to you, through talking of personal experience, is you will end up regretting it a few months down the line if you've gone for a cheaper machine, because you'll find that it can't do the things that you want to do, and as you learn to sew and learn more projects, your machine doesn't kind of grow with you. So I know Kirsty's sitting behind the camera now because she's done exactly the same as I've done over the years. I've gone for the cheaper machine, and then 6 months later I've needed to upgrade. So that's, just bear that in mind. Secondly, always go for a well-known brand as well. So you've got your big players in the sewing machine world. So you've got Benina, Pfaff, Husqvarna, Singer, Brother, Janome. I think I've had every single one of these brands of machine, apart from, I don't think I've ever tried a Brother. I did try one once in a sewing class somewhere, but I've never actually owned a Brother machine. So if they're well known, they normally have YouTube channels on how to set it up, because the instruction books can be a little bit complicated. And it's just easier if they come with good warranties. If there's any problem with them, you can get it sorted out pretty quickly. The third kind of tip I've got is really think about the projects that you want to make, first of all. So I'm into quilting, so if I'm going to out to buy a new machine, I'll always make sure that it's got the features I need to quilt. If you're a dressmaker, you probably want different things, like different options, different stitches. So that's always another one to try, because all machines tend to be kind of made with certain projects in mind. So some machines will be better for dressmaking, some will be for quilting. You do get the all-round machines that are good for everything, but that's a really important part to look at first of all as well. I get asked a lot regarding manual and computerised machines, so this is my 4th tip. So I actually use all computerised machines now. I haven't before in the past, I've used manual ones. The downside for me, and manual ones are good, and I'm not going to say they're not, because they are good for things like free motion. The downside is you do have to oil them. Not the easiest thing to do in the world, and it can be quite messy. With computerised machines, I like the fact that you don't oil them. So instead, with the computerised machines, like this one here, they've actually got bearings in. And I think all the time I've had a Janome machine which needed a bearing changing once, and that was after 7 years, and that got a lot of use quilting, and it's seen me all through my coursework. So that's another thing. Computerised machines tend to come with more decorative stitches on, and they are easier to use if you're dealing with quilting big projects, and like I say, they've got more stitches on. My last kind of tip is to shop around and look at all the reviews as well, for each model and brand. That's probably my biggest tip, because I've done it before. I've been really excited to get a machine. I've seen it lower than my budget. I've gone out and bought it, then realised soon afterwards when I've read the reviews it's not been very good. So if I'd done my homework before, I probably wouldn't have bought the machine in the first place. So I'm quite knowledgeable at buying machines. In 10 years of sewing, I think I've owned probably 13 machines all across the different brands. So yeah, please do your research, and if you've got any questions or you want me to point you in the right place, I really don't mind people dropping me an email, tell me your budget, and then tell me what kind of projects you do, and I'll help you look around for a machine, because it is daunting, especially if you're just setting off or you're looking for an upgrade but you fell in love with your old machine but it's not doing what you want. I can help you with that. So if you head over to simplyneedlecraft.com, and you can contact us that way, or head over to the Facebook page, which is Simply Needlecraft, and pop us a message there, then we'll be able to help you. Thank you.